So another week, another UFC card. I do want to mention I'm going to be making a lot of prediction videos this week. There is a lot of different events on this week, so expect a lot of prediction videos. But anyway, getting into the fights. So we had a fight that was literally just announced for this weekend with Christian. I was about to call it. I was about to say Christian Leroy Duncan, with Chris Duncan pulling out of the fight with Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney will now fight Brendan Moret. Moret? Moret? I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, he's fighting this guy. I think he's from. I watched some of his fights back. He hasn't really fought anybody of note. He hasn't fought anybody good. Uh, he fights in Combat Zone, and the only person of note he fought was Adley Edwards, Bellator fighter, but he lost that fight by decision. But he seems like a fun fighter, this guy. But I don't think he's all that. His best win is against a 3-1 opponent. And then he had an 8-4 opponent he went to a split decision with. So he's not beaten the greatest guys, and he looks very hittable in the fights I've seen. So I'm gonna be going with Terrence McKinney here, especially with it being on short notice. I think Terrence McKinney's gonna win, but fuck me, man. Terrence McKinney's getting some layups. Mike Breeden, now this guy. But and then Eric Gonzalez before that, like his wins, man. Like besides the short notice 7-second KO over Matt Frivola, he's just fucking being can fed. I guess Fares's Ziam's also a good win, but still, this guy is so lucky. He's literally such a lucky fighter. But still, regardless, yeah, I'm going with Terrence McKinney here, just because yeah, this fight got announced. I'm glad it got announced. But then moving on, we have Taniara Lisboa versus Ravina Oliveira. I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to remember Lisboa. Yeah, I'll go with Lisboa. She's a kickboxer. She's also got submissions. Oliveira. Oliveira, on the other hand, yeah, she's making a UFC debut here. I'll go with Lisboa. I'm not super confident on it, but I think the kickboxing will get her this one done. Oh my goodness, this fucking card, man. Ashley Yoda versus Emily Dante. I'm gonna go with Emily Dute, Don, whatever her name is, because Ashley Yoda is literally 8-8, and she shouldn't be in the UFC with an 8-8 record, in my opinion. So yeah, call me a casual if you want. I'm just gonna pick Emily Dote because of the record, because Ashley Yoda is like 40 years old as well, isn't she? Oh, she's 35. My bad. But she's 8-8. She's in the UFC. Like, what the fuck? How does that even make sense? But yeah, I'll go with Emily here. They both got losses to Angela Hill, but yeah, I think Emily will get this one done. Then we have a short notice fight that was meant to, well, they were both meant to fight on last week's card, I'm pretty sure, but their opponents pulled out. So we got Chris Gutierrez versus Olian Chiheli, the Mongolian Knight. So the Mongolian Knight beat Andhula, knocked out Kevin Kroom, went to a draw with Lopez, went to a decision with Casey Kent. He's actually got a lot of wins on here, hey? Like beat Batgariel Dian, beat Ryan Benoit. But I think I'm gonna be going with Chris Gutierrez here. I think he will get this one done. Uh, he lost to Pedro Munoz, but that's not really like there's no shame in that. Did get subbed by Ronnie Barlos, but then besides that, he went on a massive streak. Ryan McDonald, Gerardo De Freitas, Vince Morales, Cody Durden, Andre Yule, Felipe Colares, rest in peace, Batgriel Dan, Frankie Edgar. Like he beat a lot of like guys and a lot of pretty good guys. Obviously, Frankie Edgar was a little bit past it when he fought him, but and then Bakriel Dian we realized probably isn't that good. He went on to lose his next two after that, including to Gun Hu Khan. But I think Gutierrez isn't horrible, but I don't think I'm not as confident on Gutierrez as everybody else is. You know, Olayang Chahal, the Mongolian Knight is pretty good. He's a pretty good fighter, like. But I guess we'll see what happens here. But yeah, I think Gutierrez will get a KO here. If you look at the Mongolian Knight's record, he does have a few KO losses. Got KO'd by Denis Purik back in when was this? This was in 2014. He fought Song Yadong in 2013, which is crazy. Song Yadong was 15 years old. That is insane. It's crazy how long Song Yadong's been fighting when you think about it. Like Song Yadong was 15 years old in his first fight. Fucking that's insanity. But yeah, going through his record, this guy's been fighting for a while, but he's got KO loss there, got knee KO'd by Kai Asakura. Asakura's a good fighter, but I think Gutierrez can KO him. Gutierrez has a pretty unorthodox style, but I think he can get this one done. Then we have Arena Alexiva versus Melissa Dixon. Who the fuck are these? Who are these people? Where are they all coming from? Okay, this is the one who knee-barred Stephanie Edgar. I don't even know who I'm gonna pick here, eh? Dixon seems like she got some good wins. 7-0, 6-4, 3-1. She fought in the IMAFs. Yeah, I'll go with Melissa Dixon here. I got no clue, man. I'll go with Melissa Dixon here. Okay, cool. Darren Elkins versus TJ Brown. Now this is a fun fight. This is interesting. So TJ Brown, he's coming off that loss to Bill Algeo, which isn't a bad loss. Then he arm triangled Eric Silva. Then Eric Silva just like completely disappeared. It's been like a year. The guy's 36 years old. He got a win and then just fucking literally, like I said, disappeared. I don't know where the guy is. He doesn't have long to go. He should probably be active, but especially he's Venezuelan. He should be fighting for that market. But anyway, TJ Brown beat Charles Rosa, not the greatest win. Had a robbery decision over Kaya Kamaka. Lost to Danny Chavez. Lost to Jordan Griffin. I remember when Jordan Griffin was like a decent prospect. But anyway, then he lost to Trey Odgen on the regionals. Lost to Cody Carrillo, Bobby Moffat, Jay Molino, Bobby Taylor, Shelby Graham. Like he's lost a lot of fights. Obviously, Darren Elkins has lost a lot of fights, but Darren Elkins is a fucking legend of the game. He didn't look that good against Jonathan Pierce, but Jonathan Pierce is like a pretty good fighter and like much younger than him as well. Like what's the age difference? Only 8 years, fucking hell. I think how old's TJ Brown? Okay, TJ Brown is a bit older than Pierce. He's 33. I'm gonna go with Darren Elkins here. I might regret this, but I think he can tough this one out. It's a risky pick, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I think I'm gonna take the damage. I think the damage can wear on TJ Brown here, but I'm not super confident at all. I think TJ Brown is good, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Darren Elkins. The damage is gonna get this one done. Then we have Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Simon. I'm gonna be taking Cameron Simon here. I think he's a fucking awesome prospect. He's a great prospect. Ran through Terrence Mitchell. It is Terrence Mitchell. It's not the greatest win, but Mana Martinez is a good win, in my opinion. Hasn't he did go and get chinned in his next fight, but still, Mana Martinez ain't bad. Stephen Koslow, not the greatest win, but I don't even know where this guy's gone. He's like Obi-Wan Shinobi the Pillow, very interesting nickname there. But he destroyed him, almost lost because of the fouls, but he managed to come back. He beat Josh Wan Kim on the Contender Series as well. Some of his wins aren't aging the best, but I do think he's like a generally good prospect. He shows a really high skill level. Christian Rodriguez is underrated though. Like I didn't understand why people had him being such a big underdog to Raul Rosas Jr. Yeah, Raul Rosas Jr. is good, but like it was a pretty big step up in my opinion. Now, the one thing that worries me a little bit here is the weight cut. You know, Christian Rodriguez keeps missing weight at bantamweight. Like this weight, like he missed the weight against Reyes Cortez on Contender Series, and then he missed it against Raul Rosas. Like this guy constantly misses weight, so you got to worry a little bit here. Like, is this guy even going to make weight against Cameron Simon? But if he's going to be depleted, I think Cameron Simon can KO him. So I'm going to take Cameron Simon by KO, but it is a worrying pick. Then we have a rebooking of Edgar Chairez versus Daniel Lareda. I'm going to be taking Edgar Chairez again. I think he is going to win this. And I don't know, it was a weird one that the last fight they had. Originally, I thought that it was a bad stoppage, but I actually think Lacerda might have actually been out because another angle came out where it looked like he literally was out, but he got saved with a no contest and gets to fight in the UFC again. He's 0-4-1 in the UFC, 0 wins, 4 losses, and 1 no contest. And I think he's going to lose again here to Edgar Chairez. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Then we got Michel Pereira versus Andre Petroski. Short notice for Petroski here. I actually think this is a much better matchup for Michel Pereira. I thought that Marc-Andre Barriol was like a nightmare matchup for Pereira. I was going to pick Marc-Andre Barriol, but I actually think this is a much, much better matchup for Pereira. I'm actually going to take him. Andre Petroski is good, don't get me wrong. He is a good fighter, but he slows down as well. Like we know Pereira does, and I think Pereira can just like teep at his body, and I think he can KO Petroski here. We've seen him get TKO'd against Jeffries, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, Aaron Jeffries TKO'd him. Aaron Jeffries is a good fighter, though, don't get me wrong. But I honestly, I think Pereira can get this one done. I think it's a good matchup, especially looking at how GM3 was like teeing off on fucking Petroski. Like his cardio is really worrying. He is a good grappler, but I think Pereira can get this one done. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Michel Pereira here. And then we have Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. Or, yeah, I'm just going to say Yanez. I forgot. He said that his name's pronounced like Yanez or something. Yeah, it's something else like that. But anyway, yeah, so Jonathan Martinez, I'm going to be going with him. He's a good fighter. He's got very damaging leg kicks. His chin is a bit of a worry. He's been chinned a few times, or he's been dropped a few times. Like his chin does worry me a little bit. But same with Yanez. I picked Rob Font to KO him. Well, I picked him to win. I didn't think he would like flatline KO him, but Yanez's chin does worry me a little bit. His defense is pretty bad as well. We've seen him get punched. Like even knowing he beat Tony Kelly was landing a lot of shots on him. Like Tony Kelly was bloodying his face up. Davey Grant arguably beat him. He was landing big shots too. Randy Costa actually like just was destroying him in the first round, but then gassed out and got destroyed. Like I never completely understood the Yanez hype train. I think a lot of it has to do with that he responds to fans on Twitter, so people thought he was good. Like he is good, but he was overrated. Like he's got a fun style, but I don't know if he's like an elite bantamweight. I think Martinez is much more proven. I think the leg kicks are going to pay. They're going to be real key to his victory here. I think he'll just destroy Yanez's legs here, and I think he'll get this one done. Probably by a late TKO. I think he'll destroy the legs. Yanez won't be able to tee off like he does, and I think he'll be against the fence and he'll get teed off by Martinez, and I think Martinez will get him out of there. Then we got Jennifer Maia versus Vivian Araujo. I'm gonna be going with Maia here. She looked pretty good against Casey O'Neill. She was looking real boxing heavy in that fight. I think I think she could just box her way to victory here, or even just mix up her jiu-jitsu and get this one done. But it is women's mixed martial arts, so flip a coin. Then we got the main event. Wow, this card isn't the greatest. Why is there so many like women fights on there? Like I don't mind women fights, like depending on who's fighting, but there's like one, two, three, four. Like why is there so many on this card? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But anyway, I'm gonna be going with Edson Barboza in this fight. Let's see what the odds are. Who's everyone picking? So everyone seems to be picking Sadiq Yussuf. Not quite sure about that. Like, do you really rate a win over Don Shainis that highly? Like, like generally, who did he beat before? They beat Alex Caceres. He got destroyed by Arnold Allen, like destroyed. He was getting dropped all over the place. You know, his chin is a worry in my opinion. Then we seen him get KO'd in a really like cool sequence from Luis Gomez. Like it was really weird. It was like going for a whizzer or something, and Yusuf just got his head like slammed into the canvas and then just got fucking punched out. You know, which doesn't say he has a bad chin, but you know he has been KO'd. So your chin isn't always going to be the best after that. But obviously this wasn't recently anything, but we did see him get, like I said, dropped all over the place by Arnold Allen. And Edson Barboza looked really good against Billy Quarantillo. I know Quarantillo isn't like an elite fighter, but he is good. And he was like stylistically a harder nightmare matchup than Sadiq Yussuf. Like Sadiq Yussuf, like I say, I think he can get caught here. I think Edson Barboza is gonna catch him, and I think he's gonna KO Sadiq Yussuf. Like that's generally my pick here. I think people are just picking Sadiq Yussuf because he's younger, but you also got to factor in his cardio is not that great either. I know Barboza isn't known for his cardio, but neither is Sadiq Yussuf. Like his cardio is not that good. I remember in the Andre Philly fight, he was like so tired in that third round that I thought Philly was going to get him out of there, but he ended up coming back. Well, not coming back. He ended up surviving. Like I think if Barboza destroys his body, goes to the body a bunch, I think he can slow Sadiq Yussuf down, and I think he's going to KO Sadiq Yussuf here. It is a tough matchup for both of them. I could see Sadiq Yussuf catching Barboza, obviously, but I'm going to be going with Edson Barboza as an underdog here. Could be wrong, but hey, it's the year of the underdogs. You know, maybe it's the veterans are coming for revenge. You know, Bobby Green got the KO yesterday. Now it's Edson Barboza's turn to get one back. Well, not get one back to continue the trend. You know, they're just saying like you're not going to stop us all. We're not going to be your stepping stone. So yeah, I got Edson Barboza here. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the card. Not the greatest card if we're being honest. Like there is some fun fights, but some real stinkers in there. Like Ashley Yoda. That's it. That's all I got to say about that one. You know, like I don't know. This card isn't the greatest, but next week's card should be good. Yeah, next week is Makachev versus Oliveira. Yeah, it is. Now that's a card. I can't wait to talk about that one. Yeah, that one's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good one. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this card. Expect a bunch of prediction videos. There's a bunch of events on this weekend, so I'll be making quite a lot of prediction videos. So keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.